I would have to say Joji is, I don't know, just MacGyver up in this bitch. No, that's not. That's just I like does everything. All mediums, doesn't really matter. Whatever he feels like putting out, he's gonna put out.
Yeah.
Whatever he feels like not putting out, he's not gonna put out. Likes to be funny. It's okay to be goofy, but it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be serious too. Just exception of all things, I suppose. If that makes sense. That might be kind of lame, but
No,
yeah. My sound, the sounds are very like conflicting. I like very soft, like pretty melodies, but then like the really hard hitting, beats and stuff. So I like to mix the two together, and it kind of makes something like really weird. I like the sound of nostalgia. Like there's certain sounds and like melodies that are like nostalgic, and like that's like one of the easiest ways to like really pull on the heartstrings of people. So it's like, in a way, it's like manipulation, but it's that's kind of what the sound would be like. Yeah. Where do I fit in the realm of hip hop and R&B? Definitely, like as a producer, making beats for rappers and stuff, like that's always fun. I enjoy that the most, just being in a studio and like really like cranking them out with like rappers. So in that sense, like I definitely have like a good foot in hip hop, and then because I sing and the sound is like I'd say it's like a weird R&B. I don't know, what is that? Does that make sense? Like it's like a really weird fence. Yeah, like I don't even know if the fence exists anymore. Like I just don't rap, that's for sure. Yeah. It was definitely In the Club by 50 Cent.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I think I would have been in like 5th grade or something, like really young, and that shit came on, and I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Find me in the club, and I was just like singing that, and I didn't even know what the lyrics meant because like my English wasn't even that good at the time, but I was all about it. I mean, I was doing funny music, funny stuff at the beginning, and then it started rising on YouTube and like other stuff, and then people were telling me to make the jump. But yeah, I mean the YouTube stuff was all right. It was just like I was chilling,
Yeah.
It wasn't very challenging.
Really?
Yeah, which is like a good reason why, like another reason why, I was like, I kind of hopped out of there.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun. I mean, don't do it for the money, because then you're just gonna keep trying to top each other and like do dumb shit. Like just I'd probably stick to like actual like art,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Dope.
Like in Asia, the Asian music scene is it depends on the country too. Like I know in Japan, CDs still sell like crazy. Like they're one of the only countries where CDs still sell. They're definitely like they're getting more and more in sync with the Western sound. I know this when we were on tour in Asia, and one of our DJs dropped Gummo, and this was in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like most of the crowd was just Thai, but
Yeah.
they knew all the lyrics,
Really?
including the N-word, which was kind of questionable, but yeah. I just boys can be kind of not femme, but like boys can be boys, and it's okay to be conflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the 88 gang is super dope. We all like it's it's not like we work for them, like we work with them. Like they're very open and stuff. Like we'll go out to like dinner together and stuff, and like we'll just talk about stuff. It's really like it's actually got like a most people will say like, oh, like it's got such a family vibe, but like there's like actually like a connected like understanding between all of us, and we can freely like just transfer information.
Right. Dope.
Super cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think I learned to be funny when I wasn't really good at anything else. I realized that at a young age. So I just learned to be funny. A normal day in the life, I wake up. I will spend a couple hours on just like making beats and then I watch a lot of Family Guy. I like to have it like on mute, like in the back, just like while I'm like doing shit. Other than that, like I'm working on other business ventures and stuff, like non-music related or music related, doesn't matter. Just like, yeah, I can't, if I sit still too long, I'm like, well, I don't want to say crazy as can, because that'll encourage them. I don't know, what was a good one? I mean, yeah, like the good ones are, you know, just like, I'm like, if I was at like a bar or something, and, you know, like just really, really cool guys, you know, or like, you know, the people come up to me and they're like, hey, like, you know, let me buy you a drink. Like, you made us, like, you did all this, like, it's super cool. It's just like, thank you, man. Like, it's just very, very genuine. Like, the best experiences are definitely like the most normal, like, you know, it's just like, hey, like, have a drink, or like, hey, good job, you know. So I like that. Played artist on my phone. Damn, I don't know. Okay, right now, like, I'm always blasting this guy on SoundCloud named DJ Young Vamp, and he's literally like, he looks like a vampire, and he's from probably where the Vamp, Transylvania, like that area, like he's from like one of those, like, no, maybe he's from Berlin, I'm not sure. Same thing, it's all Europe or whatever. But yeah, he just flips modern like trap songs and like kind of gives it like an old-timey jazzy trap, and like just flips all these songs, and you can just play his songs, like it's just like super nice. So I just have that playing on my phone all the time. No, dude, it's still my dream collab to work with Keith Ape, who is on my fucking label.
Right.
But he will not respond at all. I'm like sending him beats, sending him this and that, like, yo, Keith, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? He doesn't respond. And then I see him like in person. I'm like, yo, Keith, like, did you get the shit I sent? He's like, what? Like, oh. And then everything's like, and then like he didn't even see it. Like, so I'm trying to collab with one of the guys on my label who even the label has a hard time getting in touch with.
That's
so
crazy.
I'd say Keith is my dream collab, just because he's like such a white whale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotta grab that.
I'm not a foodie in any way or form. My taste buds are dead. I think apples are kind of fucked up. Blueberries I can do. Strawberries, no, cannot do.
Cherries. Okay. Peaches.
My artist name is Joji. I'm from Japan. My Western name is George. Naturally, in Japan, everyone called me Joji, so it's Joji. My hometown is Japan. There was a lot of water around me when I was young. Me and some kids would go down to the rice fields. We'd catch frogs and stuff, and I think I learned to enjoy quiet, peaceful things. I feel like when I make music, I'm trying to recreate that feeling a lot. I was growing up with two friends that we always made music together, and we were making songs before we knew we were making songs. We'd be silly and we'd make songs about, like, you know, a teacher, or like if we were like making fun of a kid, we'd make a song about a kid, which, you know, never do that. But one day, I think we were in like 6th grade or something, someone steps in and it's just like, wait, these are actual songs. And we're like, what? Like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, like it's not easy to make a song. And through that, like just through fucking around, we learned how to produce, how to train our voices, and just learn from the internet. Everyone has a fun side and a serious side. I was just creating what I felt like creating, you know. With serious music, I never like put too much thought into it. I mean, there is a clear, like, you know, this is joke music and this is serious music, but to me, I didn't see a difference.
Making melodies and stuff is just from humming shit over and over in your head until you get it right. It helps to not listen to music when I'm on the train or transporting, because then I'm so bored that I have no choice but to hum to myself. So I got good at just making jingles. This helped a lot with the pink eye shit, because a lot of it was just the chorus being something catchy and rude. I still try to apply the jingle method to whatever music I create.
The Joji stuff is definitely the sounds that I want to hear that take a lot of effort. I wouldn't put that kind of effort into the other mediums. It's a connection to the music that I want to make and the sounds that I want to hear. I grew up listening to the lo-fi sound. I remember I was really into, in like middle school, early high school, I was into old school like boom bap, listening to a lot of lo-fi modern hip hop and beats on SoundCloud, which really kind of opened the door for me.
Usually I'll make the instrumental first. I'll make like 5 versions of how the song could go, in which direction, and then I'll play it for a bunch of people and pick votes.
A lot of the sounds I try to go for, the instrumental is packed and full, and also I like to keep the instrumentals very, very textural. Whether it's water trickling or something, I just want to make sure that the instrumental is packed with sounds that make you feel good, you know, or make you feel nostalgic. Everything was based off trial and error. If the other stuff didn't work out, then I would have gone straight into Joji stuff. There's stuff from like 7 years ago. So there's stuff from high school that I listened to, and it's like good enough to maybe put out as like a 30-second thing, but like it can never evolve into something greater. Maybe one day I'd like to release a little mixtape of all the beats and things that I've put together. The reason I made the transition was because there was an overwhelming support and almost demand. Like I knew I had to do it. People stopped me on the street, people in my life, where they were stopping me to tell me that I was wasting my time and my abilities, I guess. You know, it was like, am I just gonna like do this, or am I gonna move on and, you know, make bigger and better stuff, you know? I'll make what I feel like making, and I'll make like what I feel like creating. There's no set plan. I just want to push myself and test in all creative mediums, you know, just how far I can go. I want to make people sad and horny, you know what I mean? I was actually having this conversation with someone like yesterday. Someone called me out on it. They were like, everything you do like revolves around sex, whether it's like positive or negative. So I think it is true. It's very important. Even in my music, there's still a very like nostalgic sexual vibe to it, which I intended to have. The sadness in sex, I'm still trying to figure out, and that's why I'm making these songs. I'm trying to come to a conclusion, whether it's good or bad. All the songs are skating like a middle line. It's either about like letting go, cheating, and like, you know, obviously there are other non-sexual themes that still have like a sexual vibe to it, but I'm still finding it out. I'm still one EP in. There's also a very loose spiritual, religious idea to it too, because there are songs like there's a song called Demons. It's all in the same circle of like, you know, sex, whatever, you know, drugs, guilt of, you know, if you're a religious person, the guilt that comes with that, and this constant struggle to be good. That's a theme of the EP too. You know, a bunch of dudes in their early 20s, you know what I mean? Actually, no, I was 18. Yeah, a bunch of 18-year-old dudes, you know, just fucking around. It was me and a couple friends in a room, and this was when, you know, EDM was like popping, like EDM trap was like coming in, you know what I mean? And so this new song comes on, like my friend's playing it, and I thought, oh, that's a like, it was like a cool / like funny song, you know what I mean? And I knew that. I was like, this is like it's a funky kind of thing, you know? And obviously like I know a lot of people were upset about the Harlem Shake thing, but that wasn't what I was trying to do. You know, I was just like literally like doing this, and the song was called Harlem Shake. So that's how that happened. We were intoxicated, and we were just doing this, and then to the drop, we went crazy, went to sleep, woke up in the morning, everyone's doing it. We thought, wow, this is fucking stupid. And then as time goes by, more and more people are doing it. And, you know, I didn't quite understand it, but I wasn't bitter about it at all. I was interested in it. It was the first physical worldwide meme. The concept of the video for Will He is, I mean, it's open to interpretation. Like, it is what it is. It's abstract, and it could have a certain amount of meanings. I'm not gonna say. I knew that we needed to shoot it in film. So that was like my first demand for that video. So we got a guy who was good at film, and you know, and I also said we need lots of blood. Like, it's a bloody song, you know, it cries. So I also, you know, I was like, let me just be in the bathtub full of blood, like Eminem style. I actually peed in the tub because I couldn't get out because I would track blood through the whole studio. I was in there for like 7 takes. So the director was like, look, if you gotta pee, just pee. So like, I think in the video, like someone said you see the water go up like a tiny bit. I've taken inspiration from a lot of artists, and you might not hear it, but like there's always little bits. I started with like Radiohead. Radiohead, you know, actually like Korn, like Limp Bizkit when I was young. I was introduced to Shlomo, old Shlomo. I mean, not old Shlomo, but like, you know, Bad Vibes Shlomo. And then, you know, I was introduced to Flylo. This is all in high school. I loved Radiohead, and then I loved like hard-hitting beats too. And just naturally being like a conflicted person, like I want to put it all together. And I think everyone's like that. It's just a matter of like a spectrum, like how conflicting you are. You know what I mean? An example is like once again, sex. You want to be in a relationship, but you also want to nut. So I'll go out with my friends maybe every now and then. I have like a garden at my homie's crib that like I tend to. It's really nice. I want to build a koi pond like with my bare hands. I like making little ecosystems and stuff. Like I used to have like a lot of like fish tanks like that like were like self-sustaining, and like they had their own little ecosystems going. Like I was really interested in that. I grew up in Japan. It's southern Japan. I can't get into specifics. Me and my neighbor friends, you know, every weekend, you know, we'd just knock on their doors and be like, hey, like, let's go catch some frogs. And then, you know, just a bunch of kids in the rice fields, like, scooping up frogs and stuff. Best shit ever. Me time's actually really fucking boring. I was mentioning earlier, all I do is, like, watch Family Guy. And I watch Family Guy over and over again. I don't know why. Like, I've seen the full thing. I know it's still going, but I've seen everything, like 10 times in a row. I just can't stop. Like ever since I was in high school. The writing is fun, and it's pretty witty. I gotta admit, and also it's just you can turn your brain off to it, and sometimes I don't like to think, and I know a lot of people will resort to like drugs and stuff and like whatnot, and you know we all have our vices, but sometimes Family Guy is just more helpful for me.